Hi there, all you makers. Hi, yes, this is Greg Coleman again with the Made Face, doing yet another tutorial. I am starting Series 3. Actually, I started in the last video. Series 3 is all about odds and ends, just little things, little notes, little kind of helpful hints, things that I don't see a lot of tutorial videos on out there. The last one was all about brush care and taking care of your brushes. I hope that was really informative for you. I think it would be. That was a question I used to get a lot. I still get a lot from clients. How do I take care of my brushes? And some people are just really weird about asking, but when they do ask, it's like, oh my God, I was doing it all wrong. Well, yeah, you were doing it all wrong. Well, this one, actually, this video comes to us via one of my makers out there, Cleta, all the way from Boston. She sent in a question and asked and requested that I do a tutorial video on eyeliner, all about eyeliner, tips and techniques and different kinds of eyeliner and the best eyeliners to use. So that's what this is going to be all about, is eyeliner. I'm going to show you a few tips and techniques. So my eyes are going to look all kinds of crazy because I'm going to do a little bit of this technique on this eye and this technique on that eye, and oh my God, it's just kind of crazy. Okay, so let's first of all go over the types of eyeliner there are out there. So in one of my last videos, I attempted to use NYC's liners, which I have two of, and you can see they're very long pencils that I clearly have not used that much. Part of the reason is because they're very dry and hard. I do not recommend these. Just putting it out there. So sorry, NYC. Wah, wah, wah. Boo-doo. It's like that thing on Price is Right. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Not so great. Shh. Calm down, dogs. Oh my God. Every video. So I would not even waste your money. They're only $1.99, but don't even waste your money on those. Okay, so here's some things that I do like. All right, so we're going to start at the low end of things and move our way on up. So Ben Nye actually has a lot of great eyelining products. This is pretty cheap. I think these were, I don't know how much these are, like $10 or something. Not that expensive. Some are probably $5. This one was $10. This is a white, thick, they call it a cream crayon, but you can use it for under the eye eyelining, which I'm going to show you in a minute. I did that in another video. You can do that in all kinds of different ways. You can use it as an eyeshadow. You can use it any way you want. But they're kind of fun, and they definitely are very creamy. I prefer something that's a little more on the creamy side when it comes to eyeliner, or a wet eyeliner, or a dry powder eyeliner. So that's one option. Another option would be just your typical eyeliner. Bare Minerals has a lot of great eyeliners. These are 3 different colors. When it comes to colors of eyeliner, your basics are going to be your black, your brown, and your blue, or navy, kind of a blue. Those are the ones I recommend most often to women. You definitely have your other colors, like here's a sage color, which you can kind of see there. Can you see that? Yeah, sage. This is a plum, which is really pretty. You see that stripe there, plum. And then this is just one called Char Bronze, which is kind of a, oh, that's the wrong one. Hello, this is Char Bronze. Char Bronze here, kind of a brown, basically. These are great. They're nice and creamy. Again, they're pencil. They are a roll-up pencil brand, which I like. And then the other end, you have a little sharpener. So if you want a really fine line, these are great. And these are by Bare Escentuals. They're just called the Big and Bright Eyeliners. I've got several of those. The other ones that on the lower end of things, but I've used this in almost every video I've done so far. This is the Master Duo by Maybelline. There's also one called Stiletto, which is really nice. This is a liquid eyeliner, has a little bit of a ball bearing in there, and you just shake it up, and it has a very fine tipped wand. Da, 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 I'm a fairy. That goes all kinds of wrong. But basically, you can get a really thin line, really thick line. I love these, so I definitely highly recommend these. I actually need to go buy another one of these. I've had this about a year or more, and it's just now running out. So really great stuff. The other kind of eyeliners that I actually do like, this is a gel eyeliner. This one's by Laura Mercier. This one's called Cobalt, a little more of a bold color. This is one of those creamy pots. I really like these kind of liners as well. Great for tight lining, which I'm going to show you that technique again. I did it in another video, but I'm going to show it again. Or it's just great for a really bold kind of a look. This one's blue, which I really like. You can also use these if you want to do an all-over eye look. You can use them as eyeshadows, so that's kind of fun. And then the next ones that I do actually love, but these are a little more pricey. These are like 28 bucks. All by Trish McEvoy. I have it in black, brown. They call it black deep aubergine. So there's black deep aubergine, which is kind of a brown color, and then this is the Arabian Night, which is like a blue color. I've used this one and this one in a video. I have not used the brown, but I'll show you a little bit of the brown today. And these are great. These are intense gel liners. There is, of course, a smudger on one end and, of course, the liner color on the other. So those are always really nice. And then there are I have a couple more creamy colors that I use. These are by Ben Nye. These are really inexpensive, like 10 bucks a piece. But there's a really bold, kind of a shimmery, I don't know, turquoisey color, which I love. It's really pretty. And then I use this silver a lot. This is a beautiful color. It's silver. I use this a lot under the eye or as a lid color as well. I use that in one of the videos that you've seen me do before. But you can use these as eyeliners as well. And then, of course, any eyeshadow can be a liner. They call them definer eyeshadows. It could be a loose powder, which by Bare Escentuals has. I've got a couple here. Devotion, which is also a crease color I used in a video. And then here's one called Suspense, which is kind of a really deep gray kind of a color. Any eyeshadow color you can actually use. This is a fun Ben Nye color. It's kind of a purple. Sorry, it's kind of dirty. And then there's also Cinderfella by MAC, which could be used as an eyeliner just to define your lid or your top or bottom lash. And then this is a Mehron cake makeup. This is a black, huge thing, which is great for lining your eye. Mehron has great products made for mostly theater, but you could definitely use this in your everyday life, and this thing will last you a lifetime, literally. It's like a huge hockey puck size of makeup. Love this product. So that's a few things. A few other things to note is different kinds of brushes. So yes, there are thousands and thousands of different kinds of brushes. I will show you a few, and I will show you the techniques and how to use them. All right, so first brush I'm going to show you is this kind of a brush. You might see these a lot. These are great when, let me go ahead and get my glasses off so I can show you how to apply. These are great when used with either a pot of cream eyeshadow or a cake eyeshadow or powder eyeshadow. These are not that great really any other way. You can actually also use a gel pencil eyeliner or even one of those pencils that we've shown before that I didn't like very much and kind of brush it against that color. The way you would apply this, and let me go ahead and do it with, I'll do it with this color, why not? This is just that turquoisey color here. I'm going to go right in here and just brush the edge right against this color. And how you would do this, I'm going to do it on the bottom of this one, is you would just take it and right against your lash line and just press and wiggle. So what that does, it just gives you a little bit of that color. You would not go like this and just go continuous across. You would just press and wiggle with the color. And I'm going to just go like the outside corner here. So see how what that does? So that's one technique using this kind of a brush. You just press and wiggle. So it's just go right against the lash bed and press and wiggle. Okay? So that's pretty simple. That would be a crazy fun look if you want to do that. That's how you'd use a brush like that. On the other side of this, we have, this is what I call a pencil point brush. This would be used with any kind of a gel or a liquid type liner. You would not use this with a powder because if you try to go like this with a powder, it's going to flick it all over your face. You don't want that. So again, this one you press and wiggle. This one you're going to use with a cream of some sort. So I'm actually going to use this with, let's do it with the silver. Why not? And we will do it with the silver. Just dip right in there. It's a cream, so it totally works. Get it nice and loaded up with this brush. You want to make sure it's nice and loaded. And this will give you a nice precision point line. So I'm going to do it on the top. When you're doing your liner on the top, you're just going to press into the lash bed. Again, it's very important. I didn't do it today, but I would put on mascara before doing your liner. Shh. That way, You can press right into the lash bed, and you're just going to do little tiny short strokes right against that lash bed. Okay, just little short strokes. Let's go all the way across. And I loaded this up real good, so it's going to be real easy and creamy to use. Okay, like so. So there is another technique using a pencil point type liner, okay? Now the other brush type is a type like this. So this is a longer edge, a little softer. So you can see this is a long edge, but it's really stiff. This one's a little softer and an angled one. I like these with an angle with a long edge. You would do a similar technique that we use with the harder edged one, but I like these a lot for powder liners, just personally. So let's go into a black here. And this is Cinderfella. Actually, no, let me use this big Mehron cake here. Love this. And this gives you really nice pigment. So you just take this. You could also use this with the cream. Honestly, it's a synthetic type bristle, so you can use it with the cream as well. But this is going to be for a powder. I'm going to just take it, load it up. Just the edge. You don't want to get all the sides loaded up. Just the edge. Tap out any excess that is in there. And then all we're going to do is taking the slanted edge, we're going to go, let's do the other eye here. Go right against the bottom. We're going to do on the bottom. And you just kind of wiggle again, and you do a little more brushing technique since it's a softer one. And just get right along that lash line. And let's turn it so we can go to the inside. We're going to do all the way across this one. It's going to be for an evening here. Like that. Okay. There you go. So you can see that gives you a real kind of smoky look, right? So different kinds of eyeliner, right? So there's that one. There's also this one, which is very similar to that. This one has a synthetic tip on it. It's a little fatter, so it gives you a little bit more of a fat line. I will use this using a little bit of this, let's see, let's use a little bit of the cake eyeliner. I'm keeping this top over here completely nude because I'm going to do tight lining on that. Oh my god, there's stuff all over my computer. That's not good. So this is a very bold purple. I'm going to use it with this. It's again, it's a cake, kind of an eyeshadow color, but it's a nice bright one. I'm going to actually go on the inside corner with this blue, and we'll do that. So same kind of a technique, just brush it and pat it basically. It's kind of a patting technique. We'll blend it right into that blue. Why not? There you go. See that? Pretty self-explanatory, not that difficult. All right, so you can also use like these creamy white pencils that I showed you before to do what's called waterline, or to get on the waterline in the bottom. I'm going to do that on this side here, and just pull down and gently just go back and forth onto that membrane. This is a technique we use a lot when we are trying to make your eye look a little bit bigger if you have smaller eyes. Most of these products are ophthalmologically tested, so they're good for the waterline. And you can notice now how much bigger my eye looks because of that. Okay. Again, just kind of fun little techniques to use. So there's that technique. The next one I'm going to do is called tight lining. I'm actually going to do tight lining with this. That cobalt blue color by Laura Mercier. And I'm going to use a slanted pencil point liner brush, which is right here, to do that. So this is slanted. It has a little bit of a bend in it. Some people would think, oh my god, what's going on? Like, is this broken? No, it's not. It's not broken. It's the way it's made, and it's made that way on purpose. So you're going to go right into your pot here, get it nice and loaded up. These are very, very creamy. So a little bit goes a long, long way with this product, this Laura Mercier. And all I'm going to do is do tight lining. So I'm going to do it on this eye here. Using that angle at your advantage, you can either go like this and pull up and go right in between the lashes, or what I'm going to do is just go straight in and just do little dots, like so. right along the lash base. Now what this does is it gives the lash base a really full effect, and using a blue color like this is kind of fun to do, but you can do this with any kind of a eyeliner color. So you could use blues, blacks, whatever you want. And notice how I'm just kind of making the lash bed look a little fuller. Let me get a little bit more of that product. Okay, really just dabbing. Using a brush is really great because it's going to give you a little more length and a little more reach. So when you're doing things like this, you don't have to be right up against your eye. And when you're, do you see that? It kind of colored my lashes a little bit too. Bam. So you can get whatever kind of look you want. I'm going to kind of just brush it. And kind of smudge it on there too. And you know, it takes practice to do a proper eyeline, honestly. If you know, have a little extra time on a Saturday, if you're not, not doing anything, you could obviously practice a little bit. I'm using these bold colors too, not because you necessarily have to use these bold colors, but because they show up better on camera. See that? Okay. So I'm going to take the same color using the same brush, and now just a little bit above the lash line, just going to blend all that together so that basically one continuous nice sharp line. And of course, you'd want to do a tight lining effect without your mascara on. So anytime you're doing a liner above the lash or below the lash, well, especially on the upper, you want to do it after liner, only because you get that nice little lash base in bed, so you can lay the brush right against there. But anytime you're doing it a tight line or in between the lashes, you definitely don't want mascara on because you wouldn't be able to get in between those lashes that way. Okay. See? So I'm just evening everything out, basically. And never fear if you have gotten your liner a little crazy looking or anything like that. That's what smudging is for. So you can always take a Q-tip or a smudger and just kind of smudge it out a little bit, take a little of the excess product off, and make it look better. Okay? So don't you worry your pretty little head. It's totally cool. Now these stay on, these Laura Mercier colors stay on really good. So you will definitely be, needing to use some kind of eye makeup remover to get that off, but you can see the effect that gives. It's really nice and bold and kind of fun. Okay? So there's that. Now, let's talk about how you would do like a winged eye or something like that. So there's a few different techniques you can use. I'm going to do this with a nice brown color just to show you, again, just for contrast's sake. I'm going to do this with the Trish McEvoy brown deep aubergine color. What I like to do if I'm doing a winged eye is I like to kind of make sure I kind of map out where the point of the wing is going to be. So let's say we want it right here. Let's just say. Okay, we'll do it on both eyes. So just kind of make it symmetrical, put a little dot right where you want the end to be. And then you could either start from there, which is fine, or start up. It's nice to kind of start from there, just kind of work your way down to the line, like so. And then just go right across. Now, keep in mind I have that silver on there, but I'm going to kind of go over that a little bit. And just go up and meet that line. Okay? See that? So that could be one technique. The other way you could do it is you could go from down to up, but it is really nice to start here and just go down and meet that lash line and then just kind of go right across. Now, a wing is not complete unless the bottom comes to really meet it. So what you could do then is just take this from the bottom corner and then meet right up at the top here, and then just kind of fill in with that gel liner. See what that does? Okay. This brings a lot of extra lift to the outside edge, and especially with mascara on, it's gonna make your lashes look really, really, really long. Even if you don't have super long lashes, it automatically will make it look a little bit longer. Okay, like so. So they're nice and symmetrical. It makes your lashes look a little longer, and my eyes look a hot mess because I got all kinds of stuff happening here. Bam. All right, so that's a couple of techniques. If you want to do, so again, don't forget, just do a little dot where you want it to end, and then just kind of draw down straight from that dot to meet the lash line, and then draw up straight from the bottom corner to meet that, and then fill in the middle, like that. And that'll give you the perfect kind of little cat eye. Again, creating some lift on the outside edge so that your lashes look fuller when you put on your mascara. Or if you do fake lashes or something like that, it'll make it look even fuller and thicker. I hope that helped you, everyone, but especially Cleta. Hope that kind of helped. If you have any other questions or any other kind of tutorials you'd like me to do, who would have thunk I could talk over 21 minutes about eyeliners? But there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot of different things to talk about when it comes to eyelining. But if you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can go on my Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/themadeface, or you can come right here on YouTube as well and subscribe to this page, and you can see some up-to-date latest techniques and things like that. The other thing to keep in mind is if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, I have exclusive videos only on YouTube that will not be on Facebook. So that is an added bonus to subscribing to my YouTube channel, because you will get certain videos that you will not get over on Facebook, and I will just basically announce, hey, there's another exclusive video on YouTube, go check it out, and give you a link to the page. So, or maybe not even give you a link. Just say, go check it out on my page. All right, so there's some technique, there's some tips. I kept it as simple as I possibly could. I hope you enjoy this video. Enjoy your day, and thanks for being a wonderful maker, which is a fan of The Made Face. I love you all, and from Greg Coleman and The Made Face to you, have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.